Hi, I'm Jennifer Schlickburn from Game Brain Podcast, the Game Pioneer, and I'm here today to talk about representation and context in board games featuring Maracaibo, the great example of no representation and lack of context. When Maracaibo came out, I'm like, it is a Pfister, okay, but gee, I sure wish he'd stop, doing the whole European colonial thing. And Maracaibo is a really good game. I mean, it's top of the line for me, but it was very disappointing that it showed a purely European point of view. I mean, up to including a plantation card, and which was, I don't know, I just felt that was like slamming it into our minds that, well, this is all about Europeans. So, Game Brain did a podcast on talking about the representation issues in Maracaibo, and I'm going to give you folks a link to that podcast in the comments. After that, in August 2020, I started a thread, still going, in fact, and this is March 2021, regarding the lack of representation in what would normally be a must-buy for me, alma mater. Alma mater featured university students that, from the time of the Renaissance, that were all white. And it was very concerning to me because it didn't need to do that. And what's even more concerning is that Tom Lehman had advised the publisher months before the publication that there was going to be an issue with presenting alma mater with all white students, but they ignored that. It didn't matter. Today, I'm happy to tell you, it hasn't been entered on Board Game Geek yet, but there's going to be an expansion to Maracaibo called Uprising. And I have a card in that expansion. It has the picture is shown up here, and it has my name on it. And when I found that out, I was like totally blown away. You get a card from, one of my most favorite designers with my name on it. Yeah, I'm so happy on a number of fronts that Mr. Pfister decided, and the publisher decided to do that. When I was discussing alma mater, there was some comments, well, we need more people of color designers. Well, we do need more people of color designers, but that is not a solution for lack of representation. There is, particularly as abstract as Euros are, right? They're mostly mechanical. There is no reason why white designers, either white Americans or white Europeans, can't, take an hour of research to find out exactly what was going on in a game that they want to place in history. So when Mr. Pfister informed me that, there's going to be this expansion and you're going to have a special card, I really felt like I was listened to. That this is not something that people of color have to solve. Do you see? This is something that all designers who are designing in this space need to be aware of. It's just really critical that we, as people of color, are represented in board games. I think all of us want the hobby to expand, right? But when, you are, as a person of color, and maybe they come to a con or they come to a meetup. They see alma mater and, oh, this is a great game. And they're looking at it going, well, where am I in this game? I'm not here, and maybe it's great for white people, but it doesn't seem to represent me. And one thing about board games is that it's very social. You know what I mean? So we all want to be able to see ourselves. And I know white people are used to seeing themselves everywhere, right? But, some of us would like to be included as well. So again, I was very pleased with Mr. Pfister's response. Since Maracaibo has come out, there have been several other new games that have come out that have featured people of color, whether they be Asian or Latino or Black. And, this is what we want. I mean, the publishers want to make more money and we want to get more people. So it's a win-win. The other thing I wanted to talk about today was Daniele Tanscini and the words that he used at his friends. Now, Daniele Tascini is Italian. He lives in Italy and is of the Italian culture. And he referred to his friends using a slur that was apparently, from everything, all of us are hearing, as an equivalent of the N-word. When I heard about that, the first thing that came to mind was, why would a person of color accept a white European's slur? See, here in the United States, if you're a white person, even if you're supposed to be a friend, and you refer to your friend as the N-word, you could lose teeth that way. It's just not done. And it really saddens me that his friends accepted that. And I just want to say to all people of color around the world, do not allow your friends to call you a slur. You stand up to that. You say, that is not who I am, and I deserve respect. So that was the first reaction. And then I had a variety of reactions. But at the end of the day, I know that us as Americans, we think, oh, well, I'm progressive and they're extreme right wing and I'm this and they're that. But the rest of the world looks at us as Americans. So many times when we try to make a point such as what Tanscini said was racist, it comes across to many Europeans as some American is meddling in Italian culture. And I think we as Americans need to be a little more aware of that. That, here we are telling an Italian how to talk. Do we have that right? Well, in this situation, many people felt they did. But I just want more of Americans to be aware of that. It is, in general, not our job to define other people's cultural standards, or at least in my opinion. Okay? So, I did want to mention that. I've been planning to do this video for 2 months, and I had to wait to get permission to show the card. And so I finally got that. And so this is why the Tanscini statements are coming so late. A couple of other things. He has committed 15% of his profits to Black Lives Matter charities, which I was really happy to hear of. And, I think it's important for all of us who feel that Black Lives Matter and that, all, people of color and marginalized people matter, that we accept someone's sincere apologies and attempt to redeem themselves. Okay? So I still play my Tanscini, games after the third apology. I am good with him. I do hope that he's learned from this, and I hope that his friends in the future don't permit white Europeans to call them that. That's just, and again, I'm as an American telling Italians how to talk, but, it feels personal, and so it's meant to be personal, not to be, bossy or whatever. So I hope people can take it in that context. I hope everyone has a great day and a great week. Thank you for watching.